Luke, and I, we do what we love for a living. You know what I mean? So for me, there's no like, okay, it's 5 p.m. I'm off. It's like, no, dude, because this is my life. All that other shit, like hang out with my girlfriend, that's just some other extra shit I get to do on top of this. I'm being so real. This is what I always wanted to do. And so for those people, I guess they're like, well, you called me when I was with my wife. Like, you're not supposed to do that. And it's like, all right, I'm sorry. You don't love your job.
I pick up my dad's phone while I'm on stage. I'm like, hey, Dad, a little busy right now.
Yeah. And welcome, everybody, to another episode of
Gen Xenophobic.
I'm your host, Wifey Grado.
I'm Luca Branches.
And today we are, you can tell, we are not in New York. We're not in California.
We're in Toronto.
In Toronto. I was told don't say Toronto.
Really?
Say Toronto.
Toronto, my bad.
That's
and
right.
we have a guest for you guys
We have
today.
a special guest. This guy, he is going to be playing, what's the name of the theater?
The Winter Garden.
The Winter Garden. This probably might come out after that, but
Yes.
it's a huge theater, 1,000
Then
seater.
what am I doing?
You
cool.
are the one who
It's
wanted
cool.
to do the podcast.
It's
All
cool.
right, fine. We can make it happen. We can make it happen.
The
It'll
Winter-
come out
it's-
before that.
It's a 1,000-seat theater. It's huge. It's gonna
Big
it's in
comic,
Toronto,
Indian
yeah.
comic, Toronto comic. Please give it up for Ashwyn Singh, everybody.
Hello, thank you. I say Toronto. I'm an immigrant. That's white people sing.
They say Toronto?
Well, I mean, they said the same thing to me. They're like, you should say Toronto. And I'm like, I
don't see the Toronto. Well, okay, Toronto.
well, that's the difference between Indian English and, I guess, white English. We pronounce all the letters
Yeah,
because
I
they're
don't-
there.
Is it? Yeah, dude, I feel American as shit.
Except for W. But other
Yes.
than that,
My name has a W in it.
my name has a W in it.
Yeah, I mean, this
Dude,
is fair.
you're telling me they wouldn't call you like Ashwyn?
They would call you Ashwyn.
Ashwyn?
Ashwyn.
I mean, my parents don't. So I guess.
I mean, people in India.
Dude, I
though.
feel like people in
Your
India
parents
first
gave
time
you the
meeting
name.
you.
I guess even here, I say Ashwin. Okay, in India, maybe the W becomes a V and it
Yeah,
becomes
yeah.
Ashwin
Yeah.
sometimes. But here, it's always like Ashwin.
Yeah,
So I'm
Ashwin.
like, I would rather
Ashwin.
that. Like, they're all wrong.
So how do you want me to say it?
Ashwin.
Ashwin.
Ashwyn. So with the instead of the, because I definitely went to my white girl and I was like Ashwyn. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I would have said Ashwin.
I would have said Ashwyn, probably.
Ashwin.
Ashwyn. Nice. No, I don't know. You were like, let's do a podcast. I'm like, I'm down.
Yeah.
But we can do promo. You guys gotta go see. You gotta go see him in Toronto.
Mhm.
Toronto.
Whatever you call it, just come. Okay.
So you're stressed about it, huh?
Well, it's, you know what it is. It's you.
You're already 1/3 sold out, and you're
Yeah,
3
dude.
weeks out.
Yeah, but you know what it is like you give yourself anxiety constantly.
Yes.
Yeah.
By pushing yourself to do
Yes.
something bigger. I could have so easily, because
Yeah, just
the
done it
first time
easy.
I did a Canada tour, I booked the room that you did yesterday,
Yeah.
which I found out I was opening for you like 7 minutes before.
Yeah.
That's correct. Why are you saying that? Like it's crazy. Like I feel like
It's
that's
comedy,
very
I
New
feel like.
York. Like they're like, have you booked a host? I'm like, no. What the
Yeah.
fuck are you talking? Go book it the hour of.
It's also, I was already opening for somebody else. I was opening for my friend Henry Sir upstairs. And I was on the way on the train and I got a phone call where I was like, you're opening at 7, right? And I was like, yeah. And they were like, what are you doing at 7:30?
Yeah,
Like,
it's-
I don't know. So then I just went downstairs and I
Yeah,
opened you guys.
that's
super
great.
chill, yeah.
It was a fun show. Your audience is like all like young, wearing like tattered jeans.
Yes.
Yes,
You're thinking.
yeah.
You're thinking of the guy in the front, the white guy in
It's
the
a lot
front.
of, a lot of boys with their knees showing, and I'm like,
Yeah.
You're like, I can't focus.
Yeah.
I'm like, guys, this is either attraction or homophobia or both.
True.
Yeah, no, we get a pretty young audience. Even my audience, without his audience,
Yeah,
is
it's pretty young.
but his becomes super young.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But that's the thing. Like, I could have just booked Comedy Bar Danforth upstairs, which is 150 seats, which
Yeah.
I've done last year. We did 2 shows there.
Yeah.
And so this year, I just wanted to say thank you to a city for, like, I was like, thank you for giving me my career or whatever.
Yeah.
And so
A
I
big,
was like,
big
let me
show,
go
yeah.
on tour, and none of the jokes that you see will have ever been seen by Toronto before, because otherwise your home city, it always
Yeah.
becomes
Oh,
like the
yeah.
testing
Oh,
ground,
I know,
guinea
I know.
pig for every new joke.
Yeah.
So then I was like, this is the first time you will see all of this. And so then I was like, let me do it big. Let me book a beautiful theater. And it's Comedy Bar. Comedy Bar is producing.
I know. I figured, are they your management?
No, I have a manager now.
But they just happen to be producing for the theater.
Yes, because Gary is very good about that stuff. Gary Rideout, shout out, is the producer and owner at Comedy Bar. And he does essentially what a lot of producing companies would do, which is he will front the rental cost and then help you promote. And it's
Oh my
better.
God,
Oh, that's so
great.
chill.
It's great.
And it's nicer to do it with him because A, support local, B, like he was the one that
Yeah, you already
gave
know.
me
Put
the
you on. He
room.
put
Yeah.
you on. Yeah.
And C, he's not Live Nation, which
Yeah,
is
I know.
That's the best.
actually
Fuck
that's
Live
that
A.
is.
Nation.
That's A. He's not Live Nation.
Do you work with Corner Shop in India and
Corner Shop.
Europe?
Yeah, have you toured in India?
Yeah, I tour
of
India
course.
once
He
or
tours-
twice a year.
Yeah, I don't know.
and I saw that actually after you're done with Toronto, you're doing a Australia tour.
Yes.
How big are those venues? Because he and I were trying to do Australia
Yeah.
in August.
So I think Sydney is 150. Melbourne
that's reasonable.
Melbourne is 400.
Why?
Wow.
Well, why the big
Yeah,
jump
why-
there?
Well, Sydney we're doing 2 shows at 150.
Ah,
And Melbourne, we're just doing 1 show at 400. It also just depends on what the venue is.
Yeah.
So in Melbourne, there's a place called the Comics Lounge. And so then they're like a club where they book their own comics, which is different from Comedy Bar for the most part here. Comedy Bar, you produce indie shows like you guys did. And then you just put up time slots and then you sell your own tickets. So
That is not what we did.
interesting.
I would have loved to sell my own tickets, but that is not what we did at all.
Oh.
WME set it up for us.
Oh, okay. So you guys have agents. So that's
Yeah,
different.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. So when I book Comedy Bar,
Yeah.
I just sell my own tickets.
Nice.
Oh, what? That's so
we
chill.
prefer to do that.
No, we definitely do.
prefer to do that because obviously you sell it on your own end. It's easier to sell.
Yeah, so another reason to work with Comedy Bar, they're not WME. I'm
Yeah.
just gonna make all the enemies today. But
No, I mean, producing.
I'm
it
not
yourself-
rep by WME. He's rep.
Yeah,
by
I'm rep by
WME.
WME.
please cut
You
everything.
know, they were on the Epstein list.
They were?
Hey, bro, that's how you know they're successful. All right, no, but yeah, I think the head of them.
Wow, that was a lot of copium right there. That's a
A bit.
He's like, I'm ready to sell out. If you want,
Yeah.
I will sell out.
I was thinking about this yesterday where I was like, I feel like everybody that's trying to be good in the world, we don't get to experiment with evil. And so we always are suspicious. I'm suspicious that people that I think are evil are living better lives than me.
Oh, they are.
Oh, they are 100%.
But no,
you
'cause
must
then-
sacrifice to be good.
yeah,
No,
because
because I think that would break my worldview. Because in my worldview, if you're evil, that like fucks you up in the head somehow. And so even if you have more than me, you can't be happy ever.
No, I don't think
I think there
so.
are many different kinds of evil.
Like,
Well,
and
'cause
this is
sometimes-
this is the problem, right? I'm like, so you think that the people on Epstein Island were enjoying themselves?
yeah.
And I was
Some
like,
of them were.
Yeah,
Some
some
of
of
them were
them
like,
definitely
some
were.
of them were like, oh, I'm here to be Littlefinger and to Machiavelli my way to the top.
yeah.
Like
So then I'm like, okay, so I
Bill
just think it's
Clinton was
very-
enjoying himself for
Well, I
sure.
just think it's very funny. I'm like, were you mad at the people that went to Epstein Island because they were at Epstein Island, or because you weren't invited?
yeah,
What-
that's what
yeah.
he's saying. That's
Like,
what
I'm
he's
just
saying.
joking.
By the way, I'm not
obviously.
saying you should invite anybody else. I'm just saying.
No, okay. This is a
Sometimes-
joke I wanted to do where I'm like, I would never go, but I want to get the invite. You know what I
Bruh.
mean? I wouldn't go. I wouldn't do anything. But getting the invite means you're someone.
You know,
True.
I will say this is an Elon Musk thing, but did you see the email where he was like, "I would love to come"?
Yeah, no,
I
that
was
guy-
like,
that's
you
just
know
sad,
what's
dude.
you know what's way worse than going to
That's
Epstein
true.
Island is
Yeah.
almost going to Epstein Island.
No,
and then
asking
like
to go.
not making it for scheduling reasons.
It wasn't
true.
even that. I felt like it was. I thought it was like the scheduling thing was just some smoke that they said because they didn't want Elon there. That's how it
I
read
think
to me.
begging to go to Epstein Island is way worse than even
Please,
going.
please, can I
If
go
you
to
go
Epstein's
there
Island?
and do the stuff, that's bad. But begging to go is even sadder. But yeah.
it's like being a comic and like asking like a really bad comic that sells really well for a spot. Oh, that's
Yeah, I
Oh,
know,
hey,
yeah,
well, you
like-
didn't have to say it like that,
Yeah,
man.
you're,
All
you're
right.
coming to the city, and bro would love to hop on.
We've all
and
done that.
Bit of fan of your shitty comedy
Yeah.
for years. Haven't watching it and going, why do people like this? But I'm not gonna tell you that.
No,
Yeah.
dude, it's really like that. It hella be like that.
It would be like that.
But
What's your biggest platform?
Instagram.
Wow, because you're a little higher than me on Instagram, but you're able to do 400 series. I
Yeah,
am
that's
not able to
crazy.
do 400 series. That's impressive.
Well, it just depends on who you're doing it with. So this is the other thing too. Comics Lounge
Yeah.
is a club in the sense that they sell a lot of their own tickets for their own book shows.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So
Interesting.
it's not like they're booking a headliner. They're just booking 4 or 5 people to do 20 minutes each. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday,
Yeah.
and then occasionally they'll do a headline show where like I can sell
and
my
that'll
own
just
tickets.
sell it
Got it.
kind of because
But
yeah.
so when I go to Comics Lounge, I stay in Melbourne the whole week
Yeah.
and I do their book shows and I do 20 minutes to get access to their audience and learn
And
what
then
Melbourne audiences are like test
and you
my
promote it
material.
on there.
Of course, yeah, I tell
Okay,
them,
okay.
and then like we hand out flyers during the shows.
Cool.
So Wednesday to Friday, I'll do their shows. And the nice thing about that place is that the owner believes in comedy. He likes comedy. So like the first time I went there, the guys that were booking me were like, okay, like they do get like a little bit of an older, a little Jewish audience. So like watch it with the Palestine
enemies.
jokes. And I fully did not watch it
No,
with the
who gives a
Palestine
fuck?
jokes. And then afterwards,
I hate when they tell you to
No,
watch
yeah,
it with
it's
a
like-
joke. That makes me want to do it more.
Yeah.
But then the owner afterwards was like, loved it, great job, thank you for challenging them. Like that's it's not like they were hating it.
Yeah.
They
No,
were a
of
little
course.
uncomfortable off the top, but then they were fine with it. But just like somebody that understands and believes in comedy, where they're like, thank you for challenging this audience with these opinions. I like that.
Hey guys, couple announcements. So my new special, The Devil You Know, is out. So go watch it now on @YFigredo YouTube. It'll be in the description. We have new tour dates. Toronto this weekend, April 10th and 11th. Netflix is a Joke in LA, May 9th. Then I'm gonna be on May 14th, Luxembourg, May 15th, Amsterdam, May 16th, Berlin, May 17th, Zurich, May 21st, Dublin, Luke's there, May 22nd, Manchester, Luke's there, May 24th, London, Luke's there, May 26th, Paris, May 29th, Barcelona, May 30th, Madrid, June 5th, Vienna, June 6th, Budapest, June 27th, Athens, the link is coming, June 27th, Salt Lake City, June 28th, Denver. See you guys there.
And Wisconsin.
Nah, we're not promoting that yet. I mean, I don't know how much of mine you've seen, but that is my whole thing is like whatever the audience doesn't want me to joke about, I will joke about it. You know what I mean? But it goes both ways. So like if it's an Israeli crowd, I gotta shit on Israel. You know what I mean? But if it's a Palestinian crowd, I still have to somehow I will punch down or punch up. I'm just like whatever the audience wants, you are not supposed to give them. That's my brand.
I feel like, how old are you?
26.
I don't want to say this is a
Young man's
an age
mentality?
thing. Well, no, it's just I think you draw a line in the sand, but that line should just be your beliefs, not like what people do or don't want you to do. I'm not saying you should be pushed in either direction, but I'm saying your direction shouldn't change just because the wind is blowing a certain way and you like blowing with the wind and blowing against it just because you don't like the wind are both futile. And like, what do you actually think?
No, I think most of my audience knows like in this case, if this is the issue, then like I will clearly be pro-Palestine on stage,
Right.
but then I'll also be like, I don't like the clapter is the thing.
Right, I'm here
Even
to
if it's
antagonize.
pro-Palestine, it's the clapter. I don't like that.
Yeah. Well,
I have to throw some shots in.
Well, comedy is antagonistic
Yeah.
in a way. So it makes sense. I think for me, it just became this. I was thinking about this yesterday where I was like, just because your beliefs align with somebody does not mean their like internal logic for that belief system is consistent with your own. Like, I'm a feminist. However,
Yeah.
I don't think sometimes not everybody that says they're a feminist is, and not everybody that says they're not a feminist isn't.
Yes.
Like they go, I'm not a feminist, and then you go, why? And they're like, well,
Yeah,
I
but
just
everybody knows that though.
Yeah.
no,
Unless you're an idiot.
no, but even like people that are very smart, right? Like I saw this reel the other day from like a woman on
Okay.
Instagram where she was like, 5 things I stopped doing because I'm no longer a pick me. And one of those things was like hating the
if
color
you-
pink, where she's like, I used to hate the color pink because I wanted guys to like me. Now I love pink. And I was like, see, this is
You
clapper
don't let yourself
feminism.
like
Well,
or
no, if you're making that video, you're a pick me. If you're making a video saying I'm not a pick me, it's like that's a pick
that's
me
true.
video.
That's true.
Well, my thing was more, it's clapter feminism. Like, clapter feminism is, oh my God, I love the color pink because I'm a girl and pink is so girly. Feminism is the color pink is not a feminine or a masculine
yeah,
color.
yeah.
It's just like I like
just
it
a
or I
color.
don't like it. I'm just
And
a person.
it's like marketing that you
It really
fell
is.
for. Men used to wear pink all the time until companies were like, we want
It's
men and
just
women to
like
buy
Mattel.
different colors. And so
Yes.
they like did all this propaganda where now somehow pink is girly
I
and
do.
men get. So it's like there's clapter feminism
Yeah.
and then there's feminism.
He is such an Indian comic. Such
Very
an
Indian
comic. You know
comic,
that?
very
Why?
Indian.
Like when we go to India, like because all your jokes are in service of the larger point you're trying to make. No, that's not a bad thing. I'm just saying that's very Indian of your comedy.
Yeah,
like
it is.
if you're talking about New York, everything must be in service of the punchlines. Strongest punchlines come before anything else. And I feel like each scene has a different kind of thing. San Francisco is more like that as well.
But I said
when I
comedy
hear
here.
your premises, I'm like, this is so Indian.
Yeah, but it's still. I think it's just the Indian. Like, did you grow up in India?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I think it's just that. Wait, how old are you?
29.
29. Yeah.
I think it's also my own identity is very much just like, you know how you're always like, I need to be a little antagonistic.
I think I'm very antagonistic, honestly.
Yeah, like this inner need, like this contrarian that you have inside of you.
Yeah.
That's like edgelord territory almost.
I know.
But-
That's the hard part is you have to walk the line of like not being an edgelord.
because you're a progressive edgelord. So it's weird.
That's the best thing, though.
That-
I think because there's too many like.
Yeah, it's just like I just love talking shit, but I mean I'm a progressive. Like I don't.
Well, that's the best things they say. Like liberals can't take a joke, but that's just them like coping, kind of, in my opinion.
I
so
mean,
when
and
you
that's
see something
also
like
not
this-
even true. I did a joke the other day, and my audience is quite progressive. And so we were doing a show, and I just have this frustration with like liberals in North America, where whenever two countries go to war, they're like, I don't know what's going on. I just want peace. And I'm like, shut the fuck up and read a book. Like, peace has never been achieved through ignorance ever. And then I have a punchline where I go, I don't remember Martin Luther King ever saying, I have a dream. But what was it though? Like, and I posted this, and this is the thing. The first 3,000 people that liked this reel are progressives that know that I'm progressive, making fun of the
They're your
progressive people
fans
in the
first.
room.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so they're like laughing and they're like, oh, he's making fun of us. And I literally say on stage, I say liberals that live in North America. And then I look at the audience and I go, you idiots. As if to signify that I know who I'm speaking to, who is in my audience. So the liberals that know that I'm like that know I'm making fun of them in the room, those are the first 3,000 people that
Because
like
you're
that
the
reel.
liberals who you don't want war, but you guys directly benefit from the war.
Yeah.
And you live in one of the richest nations.
And the problem is, that's only the first 3,000 people that saw the reel. The next 30,000 people that saw that reel were conservatives that thought I was conservative, making fun of liberals. And they're like, yeah, you tell them. And I'm like, bro, not your side.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of that.
And the worst was the next 30,000 were liberals that thought I was conservative, making fun of liberals.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
they were
Right?
upset with
And
you.
then they were like, and then they descended into racism just like the conservatives do. Where they're like, this Pajit, he probably lives in India and does all this horrible, like with the Modi and this and shit. And why did I say Modi like that? But
well,
honestly though, I mean, once you put your content out there, it's not like you yourself can go defend against all these people.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and the only thing is like, when liberals know I'm liberal making fun of them, they like it, it's fine. Conservatives liking that I'm making fun of liberals, in this case, I can still understand. But when a progressive person comments on one reel of mine making fun of them specifically, going, I am conservative, I'm like, bro, can you scroll like one reel down? Like the next one is about Palestine, and the one after that is like about
But they're
feminism.
not on your profile. It's
and
coming
like
up on their...
one extra reel is all the research it would take for you to break your entire worldview, and you're like too lazy to do
but
that.
I mean, what do you? I feel like if
I
I
feel
saw
like
that,
you
I
can't
wouldn't
expect
yeah.
that from them for every creator that pulls up on their page. But again, they're being idiots just commenting stupid shit, only having limited context. But
Yeah.
also it's like all this discourse in your comment section helps you.
Yeah, it does.
Oh yeah, and this was my hot take. I think I should start going into all of my reels and commenting from a fake account. Just go back home to your own country.
Yes, you should.
Yeah,
I mean,
no, definitely.
genuinely, that would
100%
help
do
it.
that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
It really does
Unfortunately.
help.
I know some people who just go on their all and just insult like chopped.
Yeah, like
I just want to say something racist to myself, like from a fake account, because I know there's like 100 progressives
Because
that are
then
going to
all
be
the
like,
white
"How
women will
dare
come in.
you?"
All the white
And-
women will
well,
help
the
you.
fun thing is my friends, every time I post something, they post like, this is not funny, fuck this, like, and it's good because I'm like, I mean, I'm not mad at them, they like fucking with me, and also
Yeah.
it like gets like 5-7 comments just because they commented that.
Whenever somebody
It's so
comments
good.
not funny, I just pin it and I'm like, follow if you disagree. Follow to
Yeah,
say
yeah,
fuck
yeah,
you to this
true.
guy.
Because the
Like-
audience, like you, is also antagonistic and contrarian. They would rather disagree with a comment that's disagreeing than just support you in your comment section.
No, true.
Like, instead of dropping like 2 heart emojis and going, I love this, they would rather go to a comment that says, I hate this, and go, why do you
well,
hate
they
Oh,
just
this?
want to
yeah,
support
for
like
sure.
the kind of like not vigilance, but you know what I mean. They want that sort of like antagonism.
That's the one problem, and one of many, but that's the problem with handing control of your distribution over to an algorithm instead of like having like direct a direct audience connection, like an email list, is like now suddenly
That's true.
the algorithm is deciding to show your shit to anybody that would engage with it, not everybody that would like it. Because
The
then
problem
Yeah.
with an email list is you get no new viewers, no new fans.
Sorry.
So if you're talking about distribution like that, what would your ideal distribution be then?
I mean, I think that the ideal distribution is anybody that is able to engage with a piece of content in a civil manner and control and regulate their emotions when they see it.
But I feel like that was never.
It's not a social. It wouldn't have been a social media problem if social media had not created the problem. You know what I mean? Like, if you start doing short form content designed to skip the part of people's brains that do the critical thinking and go
Yeah.
directly to the emotional center of the brain, then everybody reacts emotionally to everything all the time, and you've created an audience that's just like rage
No, that's
baitable
true,
via
that's
just
true,
like a
that's true.
podcast clip, and then everybody's like, everybody's in there angry, and I'm like, you can't regulate your own emotions on a social media platform, like.
That's true. And you feel it's our responsibility as the creators to fix this? Or
No,
to
I
adapt
think-
our content to not be very rage baitable?
Well, no, you guys are playing into a system. So
Yeah.
am I,
No, of
in a way.
course.
You're playing into a system that you are now simultaneously a perpetrator of and victimized by. It's
Yeah.
the same as living in a patriarchy.
I don't feel victimized by. In what way am I victimized?
You're having to make content
no, we-
that you otherwise
yes,
probably
yes, yes.
would not make
No. You're right. You're right.
to serve a different. Your master is supposed to be the audience,
Yeah.
and that's
No,
it.
true.
That's true.
Right?
That's
But
true.
now there's a middleman that dictates how you have to make this thing so they can show it to an audience that will want to see it.
You're right. I mean, frankly, I don't even love podcasting. I really don't. I love stand up. I don't like acting. I don't like podcasting. I don't like any of the other shit you got to
Yeah.
do, but we're here.
And there's a certain amount of things that you have to do in life that you just don't like doing in
No
order
doubt.
to get
No,
to
true.
the end result. Like, to be honest, before I started stand up, I would have hated doing half the things I do.
Yeah.
It's just
obviously.
that
Oh, I know. There's so
I mean,
much.
you meet
extra.
the comics who you know are never going to make it because they're like, oh, I don't want to do that.
yeah.
And part of you is like, I know. I don't want to do that. I don't want to sit there video editing for hours.
And what made me get up out of bed was it being connected to the idea of getting on a stage somewhere at the end of it. I couldn't do it at a corporate job. I couldn't wake up at 10 a.m.
no.
I couldn't wake up at 9 a.m.
10 a.m. is late, dude. What, are you kidding me? But yeah,
no,
I know.
I wake up at noon.
Yeah, no,
we
I know, I'm
all
saying-
do here, but
I'm
for
saying
a
I feel like
corporate
for a
job,
corporate
10
job,
a.m.,
like it's like
damn.
6 a.m., 8 a.m.
Yeah,
for a
and I
corporate,
couldn't
yeah.
do that because I was like, the thing that I'm doing, I might be good at it, but I am not affecting the world in a way that I can see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it takes like, it's, I feel like a dog. You know, when you're training a dog, you're like, you can't like have it do something you don't like and then hit it with a stick like 10
Yes, I
minutes
know what you
later.
mean.
It can't connect
Yeah.
the stick that you hit it with to the bad thing it did. And you can't train it to do good things by giving it candy like 10 minutes later
Yeah.
either. You have to do it immediately,
directly after.
right? And for me, like, I really need to see what the impact of what I'm doing is quite in real time so I can decide whether or not it was a good thing for me to have done. I can't do like I'm posting this code to production and then 2 weeks later it'll make it to somebody's computer and they might go, oh, this change is great. That's too long for me. I can't see the impact of that. But having a thought and going on stage and going, this is a thought,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
having them go, I don't quite understand what you're saying, and going home and going, oh, this is how I should have said it instead. And then the next day going and saying it like that.
that's the best part of comedy.
Oh, of
isn't
course. Yeah.
It's the editing I like. It's like having an argument with a friend over and over and over again until you finally
That's
say
kind of a
it
good way to say
the
it.
way you wanted to say it.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Wyatt.
And Luke, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know why I said it like that. Anyways, you already know what it is. If you want to see an extra episode every single
God,
week,
why would they want
go
to?
shut the fuck up. Go on our Patreon. That is patreon.com/Gen
This became an
Xenophobic.
infomercial.
So we do a new thing where obviously we have comedian guests on for the main episodes. For the Patreon episodes, like my girlfriend was on the last one. We're gonna have our mom.
They don't care.
We're gonna have like
They don't
people we
care.
know in real life.
They
Like,
don't
so if
need
you
to-
want to see that,
they don't want to see that.
you want to see it. You want to see
Maybe.
it. Go check out the Patreon.
Yeah.
I always think about that. I always think about like, you know, if you had Groundhog Day and you could do the same set over and over again, like how fast would you be able
Yeah.
to perfect the joke?
Say that again?
You know, say I had a Groundhog Day like button where I'm reliving the same day every day. Okay. And
Mhm.
I know I have this show later tonight and I go up having no material.
Yeah.
How long until I have a really good hour? How many
Right.
times do I have to live that day?
And see, I guess this is reminding me that everybody in the world had to do something they didn't like, even inside of comedy. Because I hate the idea of bombing for an audience,
Oh no, of
any
course.
audience, especially if it's an audience that supports me.
Well, if it's your fans, it hurts especially. If you like go up with no material,
Yeah.
and don't give them a
Right.
good show.
But also, like, given how hard we worked, at least I don't know. Did you guys make it through the club scene before you?
I don't
did your
believe in
own
any of
thing?
that
Not really,
bullshit.
no.
Right. So I have this thing of like you disrespect an audience by not giving them everything you have. And so like now being comfortable enough that bombing in front of an audience that doesn't know me doesn't really affect my career. I
Yeah.
still have that twinge where like if I'm bombing and I know I'm bombing because I'm trying something new and I could pivot and do something else, leaning into the bomb so that I can get the thought out and go and edit it. I'm like, I am almost objectifying this audience in a way. Because they
I
could have
actually
gotten
really
a good
feel
show.
I really feel what you mean because I just recorded a special and doing all this material that I'm working on now, knowing damn well I could kill harder if I went to the old material. I feel a little guilty.
Yeah. And I'm like, I guess you're getting your money's worth because you didn't really know you were going to see me today.
Well,
But
I mean, it's like Kanye at SoFi night 1 versus night 2. You know what I'm saying? Night 1, people kind of got screwed over. They didn't really get much. I don't know if you know the.
I don't think you'd have to explain.
Really?
It.
Okay, it's fine. But it's just like.
He decided to do a double the amount of songs, and he brought out special guests. So
And,
it's
like,
like
he,
one
like-
set was far superior to the other set.
okay.
So the people didn't get their money. Like, or they did. They just didn't know that they didn't really. I don't know. But I know what
Right.
you mean. Yeah.
Like now the problem is, and this is also like a popularity thing, right? Where you were like, oh, like if I'm bombing for my own audience on purpose, it feels bad. Eventually, everybody is going to be your audience.
That's
Like,
right.
Yeah.
like I wanted to try new shit when I was opening for you guys, but I got on stage and half the audience knew me already. And I was like, oh shit, do you know me? And half of them cheered. And I was like, well, I can't do any of the
Yeah,
things I was
yeah,
planning.
Yeah.
Right? So now I can't even go into like a random room. I have to find like the most contrarian audience to my own. And then those people probably aren't even the right people to hear what I
Yeah,
want to say.
become your fans.
Yeah.
So now I guess I just have to try
You just
new
have to
things
accept
everywhere.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, you probably do the same thing all of us do, which is like you do a joke that's brand new that'll bomb, and then you're like, all right, let me do a good joke.
Yeah. I
So
feel like that's
then
how
you
you
do the
do
good
it.
joke,
Yeah.
and then they get back on your side, and you prove to them I could be funny any moment I'd like to be, and then you choose not to be funny again and do the old.
Yeah, I feel like
the
everybody does
bad
it in kind of
joke.
waves. That's what
I do.
You just do a shit like new joke and then like maybe 2 good ones to counteract.
Well, the fun thing about comedy is every rule is breakable a little bit. Like the
I think they're all completely
Mhm.
breakable and arbitrary.
like they tell you you should open strong and close strong and try new things in the middle. But every once in a while, if I feel like the audience trusts me enough after a long set, after my own show, I've been like, I have some new things to try and I'm going to try them before I get off stage. And if none of them work, please remember that up until this moment, I was talented.
Yeah.
That's what Mark Norman does.
But I mean,
you've
even-
seen that?
No, I don't think I have.
Opening-
He'll do his
Really?
closer, and then he'll stay on stage and be like, "What do you guys want me to talk about?" And then
Yeah.
they'll throw out ideas, and then that's one way to come up with
Oh,
material.
yeah. Sammy Obey does that too.
Sammy does that
Really?
too. Yes, Sammy does do that. Sammy does it for a long time.
Oh
30
yes, he
minutes.
does. He does the pun stuff at the very end. Like,
No. He'll be like, "What do you want me to talk about?" And then
Yeah.
they'll yell out like,
yeah. They'll go
the
on multiple
straight
things.
form, and he'll
No,
be like,
I've seen the clips. Yeah. But also, I mean, the opening strong. Sometimes it is just more important to open loose or open, even if it's not particularly strong. You know what I mean? Like addressing
I've been
the
in
audience.
The
and
room with
just,
Sammy when he's doing the 30 minutes of like just shout something out.
Yeah.
And it's very funny. It's very funny as a comic to watch it sometimes because I know that the venue manager is fucking seething because they're like, we're 20 minutes over time. There's a 9 p.m. show that we have to see, and they keep lighting him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's his
I guess
show.
the venues I've been to with Sammy recently have been like clearly he rented them.
Yeah.
So there's no next show.
Oh, and even when you rent them, you can still do 2 shows. Like I've been places where we've rented together, and then he has like a 7 p.m. and a 9:30 p.m. And I'm standing next to whoever like manages the venue or whatever, and they're like, "When is he going to leave? We have to see the next
Yeah.
crowd." And I'm like, "It's his audience.
Yeah.
They'll wait." If I went into this line of people outside the theater and I said the first show is going long because Sammy wanted to do an extra half hour, so you have to wait a half hour, but then you in your show also get an extra half hour at the
I know.
end.
I mean, seriously.
Would you wait or
That's
no?
what the venues
100%
don't
of the time they'll
understand
wait.
is like if we sell all the tickets and there are fans. We know what we're talking about. And I'm not going to give my fans a bad time.
Yeah.
I'm not like that shitty. And I know Sammy's not that shitty.
Yeah.
Like,
There's
we are
no
already
way.
worried about it. You don't also have to be worried about it. You just seat the seats when it's time.
Yeah, I've seen people get like really finicky about their venues, but this is what it is to be like a DIY. I did everything at some point in my career. Like I've had people,
that's the problem.
I've done venues where like I've gone to like the white part of town or just like a town that's quite privileged, like that's like either landlocked or like an island town of some kind.
Yeah.
So the people there have disposable income. They're also a little bit older, and so even the employees at like bar establishments are quite comfortable working at
Yeah.
like a snail's pace. And then they'll be like, I want 3 hours in between two shows so I
No.
can
No, bro.
I can
No.
get rid of this room and seat another room.
Oh, that's that boils my blood.
Yeah.
And then they'll go. The last time I did a venue where we did like a 7 p.m. show and a 9:30 p.m. show, and they were like, next time we have to do 7 and 10 p.m. because seating the second crowd was so stressful. We almost lost the employee doing the seating.
It's like, then fucking be stressed. You're at work.
And I was also like, I was like, at the beginning of my career, for 2 years, I was hosting a show where I was seating the people myself and
Yeah,
then
we do that
recording
every
it.
time.
Yeah.
Like, this is what my manager's like, hey man, you gotta chill out with some of these clubs, because we went to a club, they didn't have a spotlight.
No,
and
no,
I was
yeah.
like, okay guys, that's
We have to chill?
and that's what I was saying. I was like, dude, then you gotta find a client who didn't like you said, start off producing all my own shows. I seated them, I got the spotlight, I did everything, put the seats there, like made the stage. So
Well, I mean,
now
once
I'm like, this is unacceptable that we don't have a fucking spotlight. Now I have to call someone I know who does video production, get him to
Yeah.
bring a spotlight, get us to block off 2 seats to put
Yeah.
the fucking spotlight, and
Well,
then the
I
club's
mean-
gonna tell me I'm being too much. It's like, nah.
Once you understand what like
nah.
the best way a show should be run or how you can truly run a good show, it's like
Bro,
when a
this-
club doesn't do that, it's like, dude,
The
you're,
spotlight is the bare
this
minimum.
is your job and you're messing it up. I'll do it for you.
Do
Though.
you know what a Facebook pixel is?
Yes.
You use it for advertising?
Yes.
I worked with a venue where I was like, install this Facebook pixel, and they were like, we don't know how. And I was
Yeah.
like, then let me sell my own tickets on Eventbrite.
That's what I'm
goddammit.
saying.
I know.
Like,
we
exactly.
always prefer to sell our own
We
tickets
love
because
Eventbrite.
we know how to do it. Like,
Yeah.
ugh.
And then
Even if I was working a theater, I'd love to
I'd
sell
love
my own
to
tickets
sell it
for
on
real.
Eventbrite.
For
For
real.
even
And the
arena,
problem is,
dude.
like,
Because
this
then
is-
you don't have to. I mean, fuck Ticketmaster. You don't have
Yeah.
to work
Yes.
on Ticketmaster too.
And this I feel is also I think it's neurodivergent judgment. Like judgment of neurodivergent people, where like I go install this pixel and then they install it wrong or they don't know how, and then they go and then it only fires page views and no purchase events, and I'm like, the purchase
What
events
was
are
the
what
point?
I need.
I can't see how
right?
much per
And
month.
then at the end of the show, they go, we just felt like you made us do like a little bit more work than everybody else because nobody asks for a pixel. And I'm like, why is it my fault that none of them know how to
Yeah,
look at
I know.
numbers?
Actually, I so agree with this because that's why I've been labeled hard to work with by like a few venues, just because I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm like, if
had
I
this.
sell out your club, I'm the boss. Okay?
Well, and I'm like, I have respect for all of the employees, like working at
But
a
actually,
club.
Comedy Bar?
Comedy Bar was
so well
perfect.
run, dude. What the
Comedy Bar
fuck?
is perfect. Well, not
I'm-
perfect.
Like,
but it's
we didn't
great.
have to do shit.
No, it was amazing.
perfectly
Even the
run.
problems that like you wouldn't usually suspect and stuff were already just kind of solved.
Gary's also a little bit neurodivergent.
Yeah, no, I mean he's great, dude. He's a killer.
I really liked it. You know, when
Yeah.
somebody says the club's gonna be like really easy to work with, I'm like, we'll see. But
No,
they were
Comedy Bar
great.
is genuinely
Like, I
easy.
definitely want to come back, do the big
Yes,
one next
yes,
time.
Like if you ever at this point, a lot of the people that work there are my friends too. Like there's a video of like me at like an album taping or something,
Yeah.
and these guys are so used to my set going like 15 minutes over time that when
Oh.
I end on time, the sound guy and my opening act were both in the bathroom.
Out of the room.
Really? That's funny.
And I started teaching them bribery. Like every time I go late by 5 minutes, I'll go to the sound guy and give him $20 and say sorry.
Aw.
Yeah, oh, wow, that's nice.
But I just think like even with those venues where they're like, oh, like you made us work extra, and I was like, we're on a percentage deal. You get 20% of my sales. We're working this thing
Yeah.
together. What do you mean extra? We
Well,
need this to happen.
I do think it's also a product of the fact that you, Luke, and I, we do what we love for a living. You know what I mean? So for me, there's no like, okay, it's 5 p.m. I'm off. It's like, no, dude,
Right.
because this is my life. All that other shit, like hang out with my girlfriend, that's just some other extra shit I get to do on top of this. I'm being so real. This is what I always wanted to do. And so for those people, I guess they're like, well, you called me when I was with my wife. Like, you're not supposed to do that. And it's like, all right, I'm sorry. You don't
I
love
pick up
your
my
job.
dad's phone while I'm on stage. I'm like, hey, Dad, a little busy right now.
Yeah, I would do that.
I
For
know,
real,
yeah.
I'll do that.
And
I'll
my
do
dad
that.
will go, I've had to start thinking twice before I call you just because you'll show the audience my face in whatever state of disarray that it's
Yeah.
in. And he's not like wearing a turban because it's like 2 a.m. where he's calling from.
Damn.
And he's like,
You're,
maybe don't do
you're
that.
Sikh? Oh, Singh. I should have known. My
Yeah,
bad.
bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's yes, I am. And so it's very funny the way that happens.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
Hey, that was probably good. Plug everything you want to plug, Ashwyn, please.
I'm playing the
Ashwyn.
winter Ashwyn. I'm playing the Winter Garden Theater on May 2nd. It's 1,000 seats. Anybody can come. Well, not anybody, but if you're
Is it all ages? A lot of our fans
yeah.
are young.
young is fine. Like of drinking age or under. 16
Under,
plus
dude.
should be fine.
All right.
16 plus is fine. You don't have to just be an immigrant. If you're immigrant, queer, neurodivergent, or progressive, any
But
of
no
these
white
people.
They saw your hair
Yeah.
and the glasses. They know all
Yeah, I
those.
know.
This is
Don't
fair.
worry about
I
it.
will not be doing any yoga instructor jokes. My God, those were at the beginning of my career.
Yeah, but they're
Yeah.
gonna kill. So what are you gonna do?
Yeah. I'll post a collab thing with them on Instagram, so you'll see my
You'll see it.
Instagram.
You'll see it when we
Mhm.
post. Probably in 2 weeks. That cool?
Yeah.
This one come out. All right, guys. Hey, if you're watching this on YouTube, please remember to follow the new, or not follow, subscribe to the
on.
new channel, turn on notifications, leave a comment. If you're watching this on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, please remember to follow the show and leave us a 5-star review. We will see you next week.
Just rolled up with the rocksters, stack breaking the block up. We don't deal with imposters.